Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 2 of Let's Try the Scroll of Taiwu. Bong bong, mashallah. Hope you guys are doing well and beating this heat as it is hot these past few days and especially today. But hopefully y'all are staying cool. It's your boy GGF. The villagers of Taiwu are loyal to Taiwu. Even if they're thousands of miles away, they will obey Taiwu's orders. I don't know what that means, but okay. Ooh, excuse me. We're doing the tutorial and trying to finish that up today. I think it's an 8-part tutorial. Game is still in development. Bong bong. So let's go to the tutorial. Next is the 5th one. The fortune of the heavens, and people never grow old without resting. The cycle of life. So go ahead and load this up. That night, your father asked you to return to the bamboo hut early to rest. He himself, but in order to repair the wooden man, who was Shu Xiangong to body, outside the house without thinking about sleep and food. The old demon is so vicious, I don't know what my father is planning to do to help him repair his body. Adoptive father is always like this. Nothing is said to me. Today, if I did not come back early, adoptive father, and still have the strength to guide me, I'm afraid the old demon will do adoptive father harm. If my power is higher, I can protect my father. I remember that my father once said, although there are hundreds of gong methods in this world, they do not cross the fence of the internal cultivation, and to improve the internal cultivation, practice deep internal force. It is necessary to run the circumference. You think of this, the heart has silently recited the pei rang tips taught by the adoptive father. Right now I have no desire to sleep, so why not try the circumference of the law? Alright, so this should translate any second here. That's what to do. We can just come down here and click one of those open ones. Not sure why this won't translate. Click on the internal skills that require Zutian to operate. Click the cycle of the sky. The button enters the Zutian operation interface. The cycle of the sky, the internal energy exercises activated in the middle will automatically operate when the month changes. Okay, so come down here. Cultivation, I guess. Choose a main inner art and a certain number of auxiliary inner arts to cultivate in your body. Every month they'll increase your internal energy, give you extra true ki, and shift your internal elements according to the attributes of the inner arts. So we click that, and I guess carry out the cycle of heaven. Maybe that's not what was wanted. Select an assist. I can't click this though. Nothing here to click. Maybe teammate? Let's check that help. Carry out the cycle of heaven. Study. No. Carry out the cycle of heaven. Cultivation. Let's see. See, it's saying to pick one of those, but it's different for me down there. Cycle of the sky. Teammate cultivation. Meditate. Taiwu performs martial arts the 5th. Teammate aspiration. Teammate. Practice. Breakthrough. Preparing for a breakthrough. I'm not quite sure what to do here, guys. I apologize. Choose the mental method that has been learned around you. Yeah. Then there's study. Study doesn't have anything either. No books. Teammate. Carry out the cycle of heaven. Click the cycle of the sky. The button enters the Zushian operation interface. Where's the cycle of the sky button? Then click on an internal skill. Cycle of the sky. Automatically operate when the month changes. Studying state. Internal. No. Empty. Review. Taiwu interface. Legacy. I have no idea what that's about. Imprint. I apologize, guys. There should be... It's only teammate there for me, though. Cultivation. There we go. This might be right. Using Fair and Jue. Right. Flow is endless. Provides additional circulation methods. I have no idea. That might be right, though. And study. Martial arts keep secret. Practice. I'm not sure what to do. Load out. Equipment. Team. Cycle of Heaven. Diagnosis. Rejuvenation. Be right back, guys. Let me look this up. 1 second. Okay, I think I did it by coming here. I went to internal, put cultivation there, and also skills. I put it here in inner arts. And now it gave me a new thing, change of month, where we just click this, proceed to the next month, bong bong. So there we go, that's how we did it. Deep Valley notes: in the month of Jian Hai, the willows fade and the valley is beautiful. The resources of golden stone and fabric in some places have been restored to a certain extent. Everyone recovered from the external and internal injuries of their left and right legs. Alright, very good. Next, the cycle of the sky. Oh, we're back at this again. Wait, internal strength growth. By activating the cycle through internal strength that has not yet reached the upper limit of internal strength growth, the character's internal strength will increase to a certain extent after the month changes. Alright. Alas, although I've used the method of Perrin to run the circumference of the sky, but this internal energy cultivation, and how can it be achieved overnight? Seems I can only continue to work hard, hoping to practice deep inner strength as soon as possible to share the worries of my father. Transporting the circumference of the sky, the birth of a person does not age. It's 5 end. Oh, that's the end of the 5th. Cycle of life. 6. The autumn thoughts arise and envy the mortal world, studying, practice, and breakthrough. We should learn more about it now. What that all entails. After Shu Xiangong to the body of the wooden man has passed several months that took long. These months, Shu Xiangong, an adoptive father loved like a brother, inseparable really is. Line is even boots, stop is to receive the seat, did not have a moment to lose each other. You're so confused, really can't think of what method your father actually used. How can this old demon system be so obedient? However, adoptive father refused to tell me anything. Why? Shinir, dawdling again. Come down quickly. Your thoughts are interrupted by your father's soft, harsh voice. You look back and see your father standing under the tree where you were resting. Shu Xiangong is also standing not far behind your father, and his arms folded as you would expect. I'm coming. Jump off the tree. In these few months, you have woodmaking almost learned the craft of your father. Now the time is ripe. It is time to start studying this technique, Yifu said, while taking out a secret book from his pocket and handing it to you. Take the book. The Heavenly Pivot Mystery. Father, isn't this the secret book of the woodworking method? No wonder you didn't teach me to practice martial arts in these few months, but you wanted me to. So is this the reason why you are passing on this techniques in this book to me today? You said, glanced at Shu Xiangong, thinking that this matter must be related to this old demon. Make a funny face to Shu. Okay, and we picked up Tianshu Mystery. It records the secret version of the Tianshu Xuanji. In addition to the obscure and difficult to understand original text, many annotations are also written in the book, most of which are handwriting of the adoptive father. It's a skill manual for swordcasting villa, or from swordcasting villa. Okay, very good. Ahem, Father Dry cough. You make a face at Shu Xiangong's actions, just do not know. Shu Xiangong, hey, sneer 3. Also do not say, turn around and go. Good, this secret book is very important to you. Oh, good, this secret book is very important to you. You need to study carefully. Be sure to learn the book of the law. Aye, aye. I will work hard on this. Good girl. Your adoptive father nodded towards you to show his approval and then hurriedly went away with Shu Xiangong. Well, it seems more like Shu had made adoptive father affable. Adoptive father and the old demon also do not know what to hide from me. It seems that adoptive father did not subdue the old demon, and the old demon may not have subdued adoptive father. The two of them are holding each other in check. I should have thought of that. Hey, unfortunately my skills are low. I can't help my father. It is useless to feel sorry for myself. I'd better follow my father's instructions and study the Heavenly Hub Mystery method. So come down here, click Study Books button, enters the Study Book interface. Click the books you need to study. Each book has a separate study progress. When the study progress reaches 100, the study of this book will be completed. Study books activated in the slot will be automatically studied after the month replacement. Nice, okay. So we go to study. Tianshu Mystery. Very good. Conduct book study. I think we did it right. Tianshu Mystery. Conduct book study. Okay, so now we passed the months, right? Please start studying the impulse. Scroll Taiwu. I hit study. Cultivation. No. Conduct book study. Sudden insight, durability, Tianshu Mystery. How do I click this? It went over to this side. Ah. It records the secret version of the Tianshu Xuanji. In addition to the obscure and difficult to understand original text, many annotate. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we click. Alright. Okay, active month replacement. Consume all remaining days of the month to enter the next month. Well, I guess we did it right then. Alright, Deep Valley Notes 2. A flash of inspiration. Reading Tianshu Mystery, suddenly got a flash of inspiration. Monthly replacement. After that, there's a chance to trigger a flash of inspiration. This will be in the event review prompts. Click Study Books button, then click a flash of inspiration. The button enters the flash of inspiration interface. Study. Sudden insight. When you're studying a martial art book during combat and debates, you will have a chance of triggering combat insight and sudden insight. Combat insight increase study progress of the book you're currently reading by a certain amount. Sudden insight, you can consume a certain amount of comprehension to use different study strategies to provide additional study bonuses to this book. We have a combat sight and debate insight. Okay, so we click it. The upper right is study strategy. By using study strategy, one can greatly improve the study efficiency and use study strategy. Need to consume the corresponding enlightenment value. Use study strategy after that. The progress of the book study will change immediately after actively selecting other pages or one page to fill in the study strategy. You can enter the next book. I might have to go over this again. When the last article selection strategy is completed, closing the inspirational light flash interface will be considered as the end of inspirational light flash. A flash of inspiration. What does that say? This article has been carefully explained by the adoptive father, and the mystery in it is naturally visible. Annotation of the adoptive father. Reading his annotations, I guess. Hmm, 100% full on all of them? That can't be right, right? So this heavenly hub mystery is really very profound. If not for my father's detailed explanations of all the difficulties in this book, I might not have been able to understand it even after reading it. However, I still feel shallow after reading it on paper. I should also practice the practical application of this heavenly pivot mystery. Although the practice process is boring, there's no shortcut to achieve the true wisdom. But where a technique is practiced to this point, it has reached the Xuan Guan. If you are not qualified, enlightened, cannot successfully break through the Xuan Guan, only afraid that it's difficult to have a great success. Break through to get advanced progress. Okay. The character formula of the heart method in the breakthrough track corresponds to the 6 book chapters in the book, white general profile, corresponding to the general outline, red reverse practice tips, corresponding to the reverse practice book, blue practice calligraphy tips, corresponding to the book. What? Okay, something with breakthrough preparation. When the study of the book reaches 100%, you can choose the corresponding Shinfa character code. When you are ready for breakthrough, only one Shinfa character code can be selected for each group. Only after selecting 6 Shinfa character codes can you make a breakthrough. Alright, we're going to try this. Okay, that's that. Now let's see, cultivation. No, choose internal skills. Make a breakthrough. Study. Studying is full. Let's go to here. Let's see. Loadout. Cultivation. Practice. Chuanshu, here we are. Okay, we're in practice. So 3, 1. Light them all up. Hit breakthrough. Make a breakthrough in martial arts. What am I looking at? Sequence. After connecting and comprehending this mystery, you'll get additional bonus effects of the exercises and the upper limit of the power of all breakthroughs within the surrounding area of this mystery. Block effect, power limit 0. The success rate of opening up is reduced by 60%. There's a breakthrough grid around this grid. The success rate of opening up is increased by 20% and the power limit is +1. Power limit 1. Breakthrough weakness. I'm not quite grasping this. 82% tips. When this book is open, the next time you connect, you can choose any tip breakthrough pattern. That's the connection target. Power limit 0. Unfortunately, failed to break through the heavenly pivot mystery barrier. This secret art, it seems difficult to achieve in one go. Thinking. Your heart lost is planning to make another attempt when the bamboo hut outside suddenly came a melodious music, listening to seem to have yet far away in the sky. What is that? Follow the music. You are curious, can't help but follow the sound of it unconsciously, having walked to the entrance of the deep valley. You look out only to see not far above the river dozens of colorful painting boats are slowly sailing across the river. The melodious music is from these boats. Enjoy the music. You listen to the sound of music, can't help but follow the boat all the way down the river, gradually moving farther and farther away. Only when you have a foot outside the deep valley, you suddenly come back to your senses. Oh no! My father said I must not step out of this valley, or lose the shelter of this valley. I'm afraid there will be a deadly disaster immediately. It's okay, I just was out for one step. Return immediately. Amitabha Buddha. Just as you are turning around to go back, a Buddhist chant suddenly rings out behind you. You turn around and see a small monk standing on the step you took just outside the valley, bowing to you with folded arms. Master Huan Xin, I have been waiting for you outside this valley for a long time. Who are you? How did you know my name? Oh, the young monk nodded. Master Huan Xin doesn't recognize the monk. It's no wonder. Master Huan Xin was only 4 years old when he tied up with the monk. It is not easy to remember. Gibberish, you are so young. When I was 4 years old, you were not born yet. How dare the little monk speak presumptuously? The little monk shook his head. Do you remember, Master Huan Xin? When you were 4 years old, you made a wish to the clay statue of the little monk at a broken temple? A shabby temple, a statue of you? Wait, you are... Master Huan Xin has finally remembered. I have no name and too many Dharma names, so please call me Little Monk, as you did 9 years ago. Autumn thoughts rise, envy the mortal world is young. It's 6 end. I'm not sure what we learned from that tutorial, other than to press buttons until something seems to work. 7th and just 2 more and we'll be done. The gods are gradually in chaos and things go against teachings. Their wishes and burn again. Internal strength and true ki. It's the next tutorial. We got through that one. Looks like there's 9 tutorials total or so. Master Huan Xin still seems to have a lot of confusion. No matter, as long as you don't mind the monk's dullness, you can ask me one by one and I will tell you everything. Who are you? I am the incarnation of the clay image in the broken temple. That is, a person is not a person. That is, a living being and not a living being. Why was your statue worshipped in the temple? My monk's talent is shallow, my life is light, and my fortune is weak. How dare I accept offerings? Has Master Huan Xin forgotten? The clay statue of the monk was once chained. Thanks to the compassion of Master Huan Xin, removed the fetters for the monk. Therefore, the temple was really a prison for the monk. What wish did I make to you when I was 4? I still remember that year, the Yellow River was flooded, the people were displaced and starving. Master Huan Xin was robbed by a group of officials and soldiers and taken to my temple. He was about to die by the hands of the officials and soldiers, and his body was turned into meat. But for some reason, the officials and soldiers suddenly got into a dispute, and finally the swords fought against each other and he was killed. Master Huan Xin escaped from death and made a wish to the clay statue of the monk, hoping that the monk would save all beings in the chaotic world. He also unlocked the chains bound to the clay statue for the monk. What are you coming for? After Master Huan Xin made a selfless wish to the clay statue of the monk to save all sentient beings in the troubled world, it took me 9 years to finally do it for Master Huan Xin, so I'm here to tell you. You little monks still talk nonsense. Not to mention that I was young and ignorant. The wish was too big, even if there really is a God and Buddha can do. But I have been with my father for many years. Not to mention that I was young and ignorant. The wish was too big. Even if there really is a God and Buddha can do this, I've been with my father for many years in the world's killing hatred, and which day has been reduced. Moreover, my father always says, now the Son of Heaven died, the court is falling apart, the world can no longer speak of the law, the world is only one day worse. A monk should never lie. How can you prove what you said? You don't know Master Huan Xin? But the world is full of things. It's the phase of all living beings are eliminated and the chaotic world is stopped. How the hell is us people rescued? The reason why all beings cannot be enlightened is that they do not know themselves and cannot know. So let those who want to be evil take up the butcher's knife and finally know themselves. Let those who are evil become more evil and finally know. In this way, the good and the evil in the world have nothing to hide, and all beings are no longer confused. How the hell is this world in harmony? There are no saints in this world. The mediocre make a chaotic world. Heaven and earth have their own cycle. The great road is purely based on nature. However, the world is foolish and loves to make rules, especially the emperors. Thus, in 9 years, the young monk made 30 emperors die one after another, and thousands of officials and eunuchs lost their lives and heirs. Finally, no one in the world dared to call himself emperor. The court and the government was no longer in charge and thus collapsed. The world has finally returned to nature, and the world has been returned to the world, isn't it? The chaos has stopped? That's all BS, I'm leaving. Wait a minute, if Master Huan Xin feels that I have done wrong, why don't you come with me and work out a good plan to save the world? Forget it, I'm leaving. The little monk is so heartbroken, The little monk shouted with a slight cry. With this cry, an incomparable harsh palm wind suddenly came from behind you. Dodge the attack and defense. Oh, we're fighting? Combat preparations. The palm wind of that palm just now is very strong. I can't imagine that this little monk's kung fu is so deep. I'm afraid it's still above my adoptive father. Draw your sword. My monk is so heartbroken. Why doesn't Master Huan Xin believe my words and go with me? With my monk skills and the Fuyu sword in your hand, not to mention this divine land, even the 4 extremes of heaven and earth, it is only a plaything in your palm and mine. The Fuyu sword, I knew you wanted something. Master Huan Xin is the sword of Fuyu. The sword of Fuyu is Master Huan Xin. I am asking for a person or a sword. It's the same thing. This Fuyu sword is an important item passed from my adoptive father's ancestors. How could I give it to others? It seems that Master Huan Xin still does not understand the meaning of the little monk. Also, the little monk had to subdue Master Huan Xin first, and then slowly enlighten Master Huan Xin. Evil monk, taste my sword. I'm not sure how to attack. I guess just click. I don't really know Magic Break sword method. Oh, do they break me? Oh, dang. Down I go. Battle results, plus 915 prestige, 6,650 XP. Not as skilled as human, the battle failed. 9 death. Fighting at extremely difficult levels, the experience gain is improved and the chance of actual combat understanding is increased. XP plus 100, prestige plus 100%, combat evaluation. Oh, wow. You vomit a large mouthful of blood. Immediately a blur in front of your eyes. Finally fainted and fell to the ground. Adoptive father, please forgive. Your consciousness dissipates a little sinking as if it's slowly falling into a dark abyss. Suddenly you feel the Fuyu sword in your hand, a slight tremor. An old voice suddenly sounded from the sword. How? To save or not to save? Who? What are you dawdling about? A gruff voice continued. I'm going to strike now. Don't be rash, a young man's voice followed. Don't be reckless, you're a tender-skinned kid, go away. Don't say a word, another woman said in a delicate voice. Tisk, I think the girl doll will not be able to hold up. Who are you? Same sword master, cannot not save. The bird of prey lost the opportunity to fall into the cage. Without delusion, under the next trigram also. I listen to you guys. The time has not yet come. You guys must not be impulsive. Everything is over when people die. Don't hesitate anymore. Dozens of voices argued in the sword at the same time. Who the hell? You struggle to ask, but your voice is immediately like a grain of sand easily drowned by the tide of argument. Your thoughts fade into silence. You feel the unprecedented emptiness, and emptiness seems to be enlightened and seems to have no more enlightenment. Fair enough, no need to know who you are, for you and I are the same. All lives are one. You unknowingly sigh softly, not expecting the argument in the sword to stop with it. Haha, well said. After a long moment of silence, the voices said, "Strike!" A stalwart voice finally shouted. With these two words ringing out of the sword, you suddenly feel dozens of hands pulling on your body at the same time, plucking you up from the abyss with great effort. Open your eyes. Scary! What a no-self alchemy! What a Fuyu sword, which... At the young monk's cry, you slowly open your eyes and see yourself using a sword move you've never seen before, forcing the young monk back a few feet away. This is... Congratulations, Master Huan Xin! Congratulations, Master Huan Xin! The Vayu sword has finally been opened! The little monk laughed with a twisted face and said, "Only the power of so many people in the Fuyu sword! Can you use it all in a moment?" The little monk let out a fierce laugh and again lunged at you. Calm down and fight against him. Too late, too fast. Before the little monk could pounce, you already felt an endless surge of true power coming out. The sudden urge of true power from Fuyu sword is flowing into my Dantian. I need to channel it and gather it to overcome the enemy. Gather your internal energy and shape it to form the force. Okay, how does this work? Click on the character portrait, view the characters button, then enter the character panel down here. It looks like that. Click or long press, destroy, light and agile, body protection, weird tips. Next to it, the buttons adjust the true key, and the injected true key will be consumed. Dantian internal force. The sum of the 4 true key cannot exceed the upper limit of true key. So like 100, 100, 100, 91. We'll see how that works. So I go to details, load out. What is break? Infuse internal force and gather true key. Makes all weapons and martial arts penetrate enemies' internal defense and external defense more effectively. Take that to 100. I'm not sure what all these modifiers are. The ability to protect the heart and resist the strong poison. Vicious resistance. Exercise internal strength. The higher the internal strength is, the wider the proportion of internal and external skills that the characters can adjust. And these will all translate. Use of weapons, 200. The higher the use of weapons, the shorter the interval between characters switching weapons during battle, and the higher the upper limit of power of weapons and protective gear. 1,000 break the air, break through the enemy's defensive energy and increase the ability of the enemy's internal injuries. 1,000 break the body, break through the enemy's body and increase the ability to damage as the enemy suffers. All sorts of stuff. Heart tempered, the ability to confuse the enemy with its captivating magic sound and cause damage to the enemy. The attack methods based on the heart-wrenching include sounds, spells, etc. So we'll get into this more as we go, but let's go ahead and up all of these. Aegis, infuse internal force and gather true key. Increase your external defense and internal defense to mitigate the external and internal injuries received. And quick, infuse internal force and gather true key. Makes walking more athletic and swift, and all this other stuff. Recovery of posture. The more posture values the character gets each time he attacks, and every time he is attacked by a weapon. The posture values are mainly used to perform external skills. I think the combat is action-based. I don't think it's turn-based. Depression resistance, the ability to promote ki and relieve stasis and resist depression and poison. And nadis enhances the operation of the internal breath to improve the internal breath capacity. We can take that to 91. Alright, very good. Skills, nothing. We took that up. So, and that. The force is ready. Evil monk, taste my sword again. Click on the blank space to start the battle. Fuji and trauma immunity. Trauma immunity. Protect from external injuries. Breakthrough sword method. Doesn't seem to be doing much. My true ki is swelling around me. The demon monk can no longer hurt me a bit. What kind of sword technique am I using now? Never learned this before. Could it be the limitless sword form, or is it the swordsmanship of Dharma, or the ever-changing 14 swordsmanship? Limitless sword form. Okay. In addition to launching the destruction technique, it requires enough mode. In addition, it also needs to consume the corresponding stance value and increase air value. What? Click it. Get that stuff, okay. The destroying technique will also be attacked by the opponent while accumulating power. Okay, makes sense. So I click this. It will be attacked. Evil devil, you are poisoning the world, dazzling the eyes and ears. With this sword, I will cut off your evil spirit and destroy your 5 evil roots. Use the magical power of Fuyu's sword and fight the devil. Bong bong. Oh, I think we took him down. Oh, cool. Alright. Very good. Equipment is weak. Defeat opponents whose equipment is weaker than you. Thousands of years of true power who bear the burden. A thought of the divine sword first opened the seal. I can't believe that my most prized incarnation is unable to fight back under the Fuyu sword. The little monk laughed as he stood up, and suddenly a huge cloud of black gas gushed out from his brow. You are scared. Wan Xin, the uprising heart, you shall come with me. The gods are getting chaotic, things are going against their wishes, and they'll continue to burn. 7 of them complete. 7 tutorial modules, very cool. The 8th one, the sword is also broken, the body is destroyed, the heart is destroyed, and the soul is slim. And then 1 more after that. Let's see how long we've been playing. Oh, time to wrap it up, guys. So fun. So we're almost through the tutorials, and then we get to start the open. I don't know if there's a campaign or if it's more of a strategy type experience, but we're going to start that very soon. I hope you guys will stick around for that. Pretty interesting stuff. I think that the translation will be better in the main game as well. Once we get out of these tutorials, we can pretty much understand, how things are going and figuring different things out. It's not too bad. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you are, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you want to be a huge help, you could become a member. Thanks to my 3 members or so, I'm able to buy games like this each month and bring them to you guys. So very grateful for that. And shout out to my 3 members. Love you guys. And I'll see you all in the next episode. We'll pick this up. We'll do the 8th and 9th tutorial and then jump right into the scroll, son. Let's go, son. It's going to be so cool. The game, again, does not like to close, so I have to Alt F4. But I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. Yeah, ciao for now.